Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. You must be thinking, why is Miz so happy? Of course, I'm going to be happy when Arsenal's in the mud. I was fully focused on the Porto versus Arsenal game this morning. I was just watching that. I am so happy. I am so elated. What a banger from, I'm just looking at that guy's name, Galeno. The banger from Galeno. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, look, there's a little bits and pieces in regards to Chelsea Football Club, Chelsea news today. So we'll touch base on that. Thomas Tuchel news, we'll touch base on that. But I have to start things off with this particular match. Porto 1, Arsenal 0. Wow, I am so happy. I am so happy. More than you can believe. I want Arsenal Football Club to be eliminated from the Champions League, please. And now, Porto, I was fully hoping, a lot of people were writing off Porto in this particular match. And I knew Porto in Portugal and their own home ground, they're difficult, to handle. They're very tough competitors. They work hard, intensity, run a lot. They press well, and they get stuck into tackles. And there was a lot of method in their madness. It wasn't just some brainless stuff that was happening, and it wasn't just them sitting back deep all the time and not doing anything. No, they weren't letting Arsenal just dictate terms. Arsenal probably had more of the ball. Of course they did. But at the same time, Porto were trying to play a little bit of a high line, sort of mid-block at times, and trying to squeeze the play, much like what we did against Manchester City. It was really like that, except obviously Porto gets the result as opposed to us. We got the 1-1. It's just some amazing performances from Porto players. I have to shout out, let me just bring up this particular screen. I have to shout out to Pepe. The 40-year-old Pepe over there was immense. The way he was defending, intercepting, the smartness. People talk about Thiago Silva being so slow, this, that, the other. Pepe is, I'm pretty sure, he's older than Thiago Silva, but the structure is so well organized at Porto. He doesn't get caught out. He might be a little bit more athletic than Thiago Silva, of course, but Pepe was immense. The one player that really caught my eyes, ladies and gentlemen, was this Pepe. The other Pepe, number 11, he was unbelievable. 6.9. I don't think does any justice to him. He is a zippy player. I quickly wanted to check his stats in terms of his age and whatnot, but he's 26. So don't worry, Chelsea fans, you're not going to get anywhere near Pepe. And also his stats, this particular season wasn't looking that great, but he was having a sensation. He was having an amazing game against Arsenal. And now it allows Porto to take something back to the Emirates. A banger from Galeno. As soon as that ball right at the end fell for him and he was cutting in, I was like, yes, this could be potentially a banger. And I'm so glad. And hopefully now Porto, the way they play, they're designed to defend well. So hopefully at the Emirates, they can defend just the way they did at home, and maybe find some love up front with some counter. They should have had another goal in the first half. Unlucky. I don't know how that shot was missed and it didn't go in. He absolutely thudded into the box post, and then he came back, ricocheted back, and the same player had another chance. I think it might have been... can't remember who it was. Can't really see who it was. I don't think it was considered. I think it might have been Evan Nielsen, It might have been Evan Nielsen. So, look, so happy. Arsenal in the mud, and I hope they get eliminated. All of their players, Kai Havertz was awful. Declan Rice actually had a very good game. Overall, look, they just couldn't create something substantial. Martinelli was poor, Saka was poor, Trossard was definitely poor. So hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, I'm praying, Arsenal, hopefully you get eliminated. Come on. Another news is, ladies and gentlemen, Liverpool, we've got them in the Carabao Cup final in the upcoming weekend. There's a lot of injuries they have, but it doesn't matter. I said it from the get-go. It don't matter what injuries they have. Liverpool absolutely romped Luton in the second half. First half wasn't looking that pretty, but in the second half, they were just all over Luton like a rash. So, as I said, it don't matter. They've got players that are still capable of playing the same style, regardless of who's injured, any big names injured. And if anything, I think players like Salah and Darwin Nunez are probably going to be back for the final, So they were just doubtful for this particular match. But McAllister ran a muck. Luis Diaz was very good. Gakpo was very good. Overall, it's a strong team. Connor Bradley was very good. Harvey Elliott was very good. Look, we're going to have our day cut out against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. So hopefully we can do something. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's whiz through some of these Chelsea news that's been going on. First of all, well, this is not really Chelsea related, but it's an ex-Chelsea manager. We're going to have a week full of, okay, well, that's not really news, but that's more of an opinion from Chelsea Dodgers. But the bottom line is Thomas Tuchel, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be let go of at the end of the season. Bayern have come up with a mutual agreement with Thomas Tuchel. By the end of the season, Thomas Tuchel will move on. And it was coming. It really was coming. And where Thomas Tuchel goes from here on, I don't know, but it's certainly not going to be Chelsea Football Club because the owners simply don't want him. That's the bottom line. So Thomas Tuchel, maybe he does want to come back to England, potentially Man United. Who knows? Liverpool name is getting thrown around. I think Bayern Munich now probably will go for Xabi Alonso. They'll try their level best, but lots of managers available in the summer. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Reece James has flown to Doha, continue his rehab following hamstring surgery in December. Club's insiders say that this trip was always the plan. Look, it doesn't matter to me. One thing I do want to just say about Reece James is there's no need for us to rush him. Absolutely no need for us to rush him. And if anything, some of you guys might hate this. As a right back, I think I'd probably prefer Malo Gusto now over Reece James because Reece James in the right back position, he's probably just moments away from getting injured again. If anything, the only way you could probably accommodate Reece James, and it goes back to what Thomas Tuchel was saying, as a RCB, right centre back in a back three. Do we want to play a back three? I don't know. But the bottom line with Reece James is I don't want to see him getting rushed back. I'm quite comfortable with Malo Gusto, and Malo Gusto has been doing a very, very good job. Chelsea and Arsenal are leading the race for Aberdeen youngster Lewis Carroll, with both clubs interested in a summer transfer. The 15-year-old centre-back. I think that's enough said. No need to elaborate any more on that. Some training pictures that's been loaded up from Chelsea Dodgers. Lads are obviously putting in the hard yards for the final. Big match coming up. There was some news in regards to Mykhailo Mudryk that I want to just touch base. I think, look, Mykhailo Mudryk, as we've mentioned in recent times, there's a serious concern. In the left wing position right now, you've got Sterling, who's obviously competing for that spot. You've got Nicholas Jackson, who's probably a starter in that position. So Mudryk has really lost his place in the squad. And there's a particular tweet that's going around. I don't know which, I think it was Footy Insider. I don't really trust too much of Footy Insider, but this is probably not too far-fetched. Apparently, Pochettino doesn't utilize Mykhailo Mudryk because, the lack of footballing IQ. And it's something that, I don't know whether you can just teach IQ. It's something you need to at least have at a bare minimum. So, look, Mudryk is potentially a bit of a problem for us down the track. What we are going to do with him, we shall see. Whether he's going to get utilized in the Carabao Cup final, I highly doubt. I fully expect Nicholas Jackson to start, and then we'll see what happens, who comes on. There needs to be work rate from that position, defensive work rate as well. And that's something I think Mykhailo Mudryk struggles, and offensively he struggles as well. Check this out. Chelsea have made another appointment to their backroom team by recruiting Jim Hicks from the PFA as a club's head coach development. Look, more of this stuff is happening. So right now, I don't have too much commentary about that. Just perform well, man. Just perform well. Some information about our, multi-club model. It's the same old news, to be honest. Despite a mixed record in the transfer market, Chelsea are still backing the judgment of their co-sporting directors, Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, to make the key hires. So they will continue. Don't worry about. I think one thing that we do need to clarify: we're not going to see Pochettino get sacked anytime soon. He's going to stay till the end of the season, and then we'll make a judgment down the track. For me, look, the only way Pochettino can rectify the situation is get a silverware, preferably in this case. Obviously, we're in the final of the Carabao Cup. Get this FA Cup. If we can try and get that, that'll be fantastic as well. But get a silverware and finish in the top six. I think he should have the chance to have another season. But right now, I don't think he's going to get sacked. And I don't think Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart are going to get sacked. It looks like they're getting a lot more other personnel to work under them. So no matter what we want in regards to these people to leave, it is just not going to happen. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, on previous interest in buying Chelsea, there is no comparison between Chelsea and Manchester United. The scale of Manchester United is incomparable to any of the London clubs, to be honest with you. I think, look, at the end of the day, I don't really think he's having a dig at all. Manchester United is one of the biggest clubs in world football. They've been for a while as well. So, yeah. And that seems to be the latest. This is the last one, Joe called. There are definitely similarities between the situation now and when we won the League Cup in 2005. It was the first chance of winning a trophy under Jose Mourinho, and then went on and had huge success with Chelsea. Obviously, there is a chance of a first trophy for the new ownership group and for Mauricio Pochettino. 100%, look, it may be the catalyst of something big to start. Getting this Carabao Cup will mean a lot to the young playing unit, and to Pochettino, first trophy in England. And let's see, and to the owners as well, their first trophy. So let's see, might be a catalyst to something more down the track. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the latest that's been happening all over, not just Chelsea. I wanted to really touch base on that Arsenal game because come on, Porter. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone, take care. See ya.